Yeah, so the next thing I want to do is, before we get into green stuff, because that's more talk, and you guys need a break from that. So you got to help me here. As a teacher, I have hundreds of students each semester. Well, not each semester, but maybe 100 students each semester, and I need to know all your names, right? So it's easy for you because you have one teacher in front of the class. However, the class works best if we kind of start forming a little community, get to know each other. And when we start building, oh, you're filming on that? Okay, good. When we start building, we'll really sort of sync together because you have to kind of work together when you build. One of the projects I'm doing with this Faculty Inquiry Network, this grant I have on the side, is trying to figure out good ways that classes learn best, and one of the ways to form little communities. And in like an English class or math class, there's just a learning community because you're all learning math, and that's not a lot to bind people together, right? You're all learning the same subject. But in a building class, when you're actually working on a project, you got to know each other's names, you got to talk to each other, you got to give orders, you got to take orders, you got to listen to the crew leader, which is normally me or Jim. So there's a lot more ability to bond and form a little group. So that's what we want to do. And I'm experimenting. I think this actually could be a model for any kind of class. Because the more you get to know each other and enjoy each other and work together, it'll be easier to learn because you just feel better most of the time. Okay, so in order to do that, not only do I want to learn all your names as soon as I can, because I hate going on, what was your name? Dave. Brant. I know a lot of your names. I want to know all your names, and I also want you to know each other's names. Last semester, I thought, oh, these students will just learn each other's names because they were all youth corps students, so they did stuff all week together. They didn't know each other's names, and one day I realized, they were like, hey, what's your face, you know, hey, white guy, or hey, crazy. So we want to try to learn each other's names. Is that going to offend anybody? It's not an ordinary class that way, but we're going to be out working together. It's not an ordinary class in many ways. So I thought, and this is just an experiment, okay? I'm just winging this. So I thought if we paired off in this class today, right now, and each of you tried to figure out something about the way the person looks that can associate with their name, and wrote it down, and shared it with the class. Now, it can't be something that offends the person. So when you're so know right away you're not going to say something offensive, like you call me the old balding guy up at the top. Well, that might offend me. That happens not to offend me, but it might. So you don't want to say something, mean to the person. So find, like, he's got a beard, a goatee. So you could say, the
gray goatee.
The guy with the gray goatee. That's fine. But you have to check it out with him. Can I say that in front of the class? I'm a little sensitive about that, or whatever. Probably nobody will care. But so try to come up with something and then share it. So we'll have, because that's what I do with you. When I write down on my roll thing, I say the middle-aged guy. Can I call you middle-aged? Are you middle-aged?
That's fine. No.
Are you middle-aged? I'm old now. But
yeah, I don't know.
You're not real middle-aged.
48.
Okay, that's middle-aged. So I'll say middle-aged guy with the gray goatee. I'll actually write that in my notes because that's how I remember his name. Because how else can I remember your names?
Please have a name other than middle-aged guy with goatee. That's what we call him from now on.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So let's get started, huh? So I'm going to let you just pair off to the people next to you if you want. And if it's an odd number, you have to go find somebody and sit next to them. Take a piece of paper so you can write down and figure out something defining that's obvious about their face that we can use. We'll start with Dale, right?
Dale.
Yeah, and Mario, what'd you put for Dale? Like,
I put my good friend Dale, middle-aged, gray goatee.
okay, gray goatee. Okay, should we do that?
Yeah.
Dale.
Surfer Dale.
Let's put, for middle age, let's put,
Surfer Dale.
I don't want to write that out, so let's put
An acronym.
MA for middle-aged. There's a lot of us in here. Well, I can't say us anymore. I'm over the hill. We'll put Y for young, right? We better not put old for anybody. They'll upset them. I think I'm the only old guy in here. Okay. But I mean, that does a couple things. One, it lets you know that I really don't care about race or ethnicity at all. And if we can joke about it and make names up and stuff and just call each other what we obviously are, you know, some of us are white, some of us are Hispanic, some of us are black. It just cuts through the crap. We can go on, right?